I'll let you know in 30 seconds.
There is a delay. I love the suspense of just like this 30 seconds where we exist outside of
Yes.
time,
Oh, yes.
you know?
Yes.
It works.
Yay!
Folks can hear us now.
Nice.
Hello. Yeah.
Nathan, fun fact. We can't hear you.
Oh!
Oh no.
You know, this is such an adventure. I'm so glad we're on it together.
This
And,
just goes to prove how
yes.
vital Cody is.
Cody
Yep.
to this
Yes,
whole
he is the
system.
glue.
Kudos to Cody.
Kudos
Thank
to
you,
Cody. We miss you. I hope your computer recovers. Maybe should one of us sort? Yeah, okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to my new improvised intro to Power Word Chill. We appreciate you sticking with us during our technical difficulties. We are missing Cody, our fearless dungeon master, who had an unfortunate computer problem today, which has blue screened his ability to guide the ship today. So we are going to do a Power Word Chill and also level up our characters to level 9 with Cody's blessing, we promise. We're very excited about leveling up. I'm very excited about leveling up.
Been a long time.
We were discussing it earlier, and I don't think we've leveled up since the Zeos fight in episode 30, 31, 32.
Yeah.
So now we're on episode 55, or next one will be 56. So we are ready for those updates. So, guess we're just gonna go for it. I know, Ian, talk to us about Ambrose's level up. You've been muttering to yourself during sound checks, so I feel like you have a lot of thoughts and feelings.
So for context, we're going up to level 9.
We are.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not multi-classed anymore.
I'm raw dog and bard. Wait, can I say that within the first minute? Can I say raw dog?
Oh, it's been more than a minute.
Okay.
We're well past the minute.
Thank God.
Yeah,
Into the void.
I'm raw dog and bard.
Yes, incredible. All right. Ian, you want to give us the Ambrose download?
Yeah, so for the new level up that I'm super excited for, I get a feat or ability score improvement, but let's be real, no one takes them. So I am super excited to announce that Ambrose will be getting expertise in investigation. I'm going heavily into the Batman arc of Ambrose.
So Artificer level, I'm assuming?
Yeah, so I'm putting another level in Artificer, and I guess the goal is just to forever ride Artificer until the campaign ends, because everything else is so juicy with Artificer. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for getting expertise and investigation. Definitely need more intelligence-based abilities to be, buffed up, and luckily I was able to buy a what's it called?
Headband of Intellect.
Headband of Intellect, so that really helps out. I'm extremely mad as build, but
so you've got
level 6, I could just build my own. So
there you go. You have the Headband of Intellect and a buff thing, don't you?
Of ogre power.
Yeah.
So
Cody just gave all your stats going up to 18.
Yeah. So if you guys actually want to see what Ambrose's stats are, he has a 19 in strength, he has an 18 in dexterity, he has a 14 in constitution, he has a 19 in intelligence, he has a 16 in wisdom, and he has a 12 in charisma. So he's just absolutely stacked up with good stats. But
That
it wouldn't
seems
be doable without the great Cody for letting me have that.
throwing.
But later, I don't have to ask Cody anymore to have good stats at level 6. So pretty excited for that. Got to figure out what I'm going to take for. I think I'm going to be replacing my bag of holding. That's my replicate magic item infusion, and I think I'm going to take the spell rot. I'm not really sure how that's pronounced. Tattoo, and I think I'm going to reflavor it as me shooting someone in the kneecap with like a spell or something. So I'll try to
Why
figure
the
out.
kneecap?
I was thinking about taking like a spell that prones people, just like reduce their movement speed. So,
Yeah.
but I'm still looking at some other things too as well. But
Yeah.
that's essentially all I get, which is still pretty exciting.
That's still a lot of things.
It's a lot, yeah.
So, question for HP: do you roll or do you take average?
I take average.
I'm a take average girl myself.
So
I get
disappointing. No,
I get
It doesn't
so
way.
nervous.
Well,
And also, I think the one campaign where I've rolled HP, it's just been terrible every time, and it like
Yeah.
scared me so much that I was just like, never again.
I will boost
Spells
my
Let us
constitution.
reroll ones. I'm not sure if that is a
Yeah.
if Cody
Did
allows
he?
that too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I never re-rolled my ones.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That was why I rolled, was because I knew the lowest I would get was a 2.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
That would have been good to know.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait.
Actually, I don't think I rolled any
Barbarian.
ones. I think I rolled a shit ton of 2s. I don't think I ever got a 1. I think that's why I was so mad all the time.
You know-
But that's essentially it for Ambrose. So,
What other
very fun time.
have we ever kind of gone through the magic items we have? Probably not. Does Ambrose have anything else cool?
That's really hard because being an artificer, it's like you don't get to pick your infusions, so some of your stuff you have to like unselect and reselect. But I have let me check. For inventory, not all of this is like actually, yeah, I think everything I do have on it. I have a +1 studded leather armor. I have boots of Elvenkind. I have a cloak of protection. I have gauntlets of ogre power, headband of intellect. I have 5 potions of poison, 2 potions of greater healing. I have a Maraz hand crossbow, which a pencil shooter crossbow.
That's sweet though.
And a shield.
It's cute.
He's just
And a
really
shield.
stacked of everything. So.
Cool.
Oh, and then I also have a +1 heavy crossbow. Well, I already said that, but that is my repeating round infusion, which is like I
Okay.
don't have to reload my. So it's pretty stacked with a lot of stuff, but
Cool.
Hot damn.
it's doing great.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. I don't think I
a lot
realized
of-
Ambrose had quite
Ambrose has all the stuff.
has all the
Yeah.
stuff.
I have
Not
every
Loki.
any situation. The goal is to have him ready. For any situation. I was also thinking about because I thought of him being like
You're kind
Oh,
of breaking
I'm
up a little. Do you want to leave? At least for me. Do you know?
Yeah.
my. Hopefully,
There.
I'm better now.
Yes.
But essentially, I'm looking for. I was essentially going to take Ritual Caster because you can get like water and breathe in water too. And I was just like trying to think of all the most ridiculous things you could take. But I was like, nah, I think we should really lean into investigation because we really need more intelligence-based stuff. I think. So.
Grant wants to know how many attunement slots Ambrose has at the moment, and what level of artificer he is.
Right now, I am level 4 in Artificer. I'm level 5. I have 5 levels into Gloomstalker Ranger. But I kind of reflavor all of my, special abilities as infusions as a Ranger. Let me see attunement slot. Oh, I forgot. I have
You're not
3.
good at tuning.
No, I have. I have the Cloak of Protection. I have the Gauntlets of Ogre Power, and I have the Headband.
Okay, nice.
All the other stuff doesn't need to be attuned.
Nice.
Like the +1 heavy crossbow. and the
Infusion slots,
armor.
I assume is what he meant. Is that the same? 3 infusion slots? Or, I guess you get to.
Oh, my
attune
2
to-
infusion slots are Enhanced Defense, which is my +1 armor, and my repeating crossbow, heavy crossbow.
Okay.
Are my
Okay.
2 infusions.
Artificers
Cool.
do get more attunement slots at higher levels, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It'll be a very long time to get. I think at
Yeah.
level. I actually don't even know, but it's a very.
Somewhere in the teens.
but I'm super excited. But I'm going to ride this wave of Artificer from now on. So hopefully,
Are
more
you
goofiness
also
keeps going.
attuned to the ring of mind shielding?
I think
No.
you still are,
Yeah.
even though he has it.
We've just been kind of playing with the idea that you can
Oh,
talk to whoever's in there without attuning
Well,
to
we
it.
double checked it after that episode, and it does say you don't have to be attuned to talk to the soul in the
Mm.
ring.
You just don't
Oh,
get the
nice.
defense
Okay.
benefit
I didn't know
unless
that.
you're attuned.
Right. So
Yeah.
Sick.
I think Ferric is attuned to it and gets all the benefits of it, but whoever
gets the
is holding it
benefits while-
currently
while
get to
he's
talk to
wearing
Miraz. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's it.
Nice.
So what's Ferric doing? Speaking of Ferric,
Oh, so
Raw dot card, obviously.
Ferric gets a level up on their Song of Rest, so it goes from a D6 to a D8.
Nice.
I also get a 5th level spell now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
My proficiency bonus goes up by 1, which is always really nice. Level 10 is my really cool one because like my bardic inspiration goes up, my expertise goes up, and I also get magical secrets. So I'm kind of holding out for level 10. Like level 10 seems really exciting, but super happy about the 5th level spell slot. I'm really trying to figure out what I'm going to take. Dream seems very on brand. But I'm also wondering, like, a lot of Ferric spells are like mind control-y. They've got lots of like psychic power spells and stuff like that. So I'm also looking at Geese, not Geese, Gas, Geese.
Geese.
I've also heard
Geese.
Gesh.
Summon
Gesh.
Geese.
I think Gesh is
10,000
technically
geese.
right,
Yeah,
Yep.
but I don't know many people who say that.
right.
Dominate person is really tempting.
That's good.
Because like I can just imagine like Ferric slipping in and like mind controlling somebody or something like that, like kind of evil spells. Like I'm also trying to figure out the balance between like how good do I want to play Ferric and how like evil are their spells really. But in that effect there's also like hold monster, modify memory seems very tempting as well.
That seems on brand and
yeah.
isn't overtly evil. Like it could be
Yeah.
used for good.
I guess
Just a
you
fine
could-
line.
You could like modify somebody's memory to be
You can
like
do it to Pickles.
We're not doing it to Pickles.
a Pickles
My God.
memories.
Whose
Can you
memory?
add memories? Can you add memories? Like maybe you can help Pickles.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can add
You can-
memories,
Yeah, you
but
can
like
add memories or make people forget
Let's just
something.
give Pickles fake memories.
Right.
But it's
Yeah.
not.
Of
If I remember
childhood.
how it works correctly, you can't like unless you spend a really high spell slot. You can't go back like very far.
Oh,
like-
okay.
It's like I think at its base level, it's in the last 24 hours. You
Yeah,
can
something
modify
like
a
that.
memory that has happened, and then
and
like
no
the higher
no
up you
longer
go.
than like 10 minutes or something
Mhm.
like that.
Now the question is, if we have a throwback and I have a memory of a past memory, can you modify that one?
Ooh,
Who
Mm,
fucking
probably
knows?
so.
probably.
Does that count in the last year?
I mean, it just
Where are
means
the semantics
the original
there?
memory could still get unearthed later on, right? You just would have a different one
Mhm.
until then.
Yeah.
Probably.
The good side of Ferric, like going up and like stabbing people to cure them. I'm also looking at mass cure wounds or greater restoration. Those
Ooh.
seem like just very vital spells, but
Yeah.
like we also have so many other people who can do that stuff, and I'm not trying to like min-max the party too much either, so I'm like not sure about those yet. Legend lore also is very tempting.
Yeah, that's a good
And-
one.
That's a good spell.
So
Awaken is also very tempting.
Oh, Awaken
So,
feels
more,
like
more Dapple
so
than
much
Maples.
chaos.
I know.
I love that. That
I'm
feels like
so
the chaos
torn.
choice.
No,
Yeah.
I imagine Ferret goes back and chops down Dapple the Maple, and then like years later casts Awaken on a table, and it turns out that table is Maplewood, and it's Dapple the Table Maple.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love that.
That is my hell. But yeah, I'm like so tempted by all these spells. It's probably gonna take me like longer to try to pick one because they're just
Mhm.
like all so juicy, also
No,
beautiful.
we gotta face a dragon coming up, perhaps. So
Yes.
Maybe.
old monster.
We gotta figure out what the
Yeah.
F is going on in Everton before we do anything
that
else, because
too,
it's
yeah,
real
something.
weird. Such a weird town. Something very weird is happening in it.
Yeah.
And we gotta figure it out.
No, we could just let it go. Let it be weird. Just move on.
No, we
Not our
can't.
problem.
I feel like we did so much of that. We were just like, this is weird.
Yeah, I, Nathan,
Shut
am tired of like seeing a problem and moving on. Atreides probably wouldn't care, but I want to
Yeah.
invest in whatever we find.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got to figure out what's going on with Christopher's situation, why there's nobody hanging out in the town during the day, like there's snake cultists apparently. There's a lot.
Yeah. What's up with Ferric's dreams?
Ferric's dreams.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, weird stuff. Something weird is happening. We gotta figure it out. We gotta figure out why Evangeline's fiance is here all of a sudden. That
Right.
Cody totally blindsided me with that. I thought Brahm was very far
Brahm.
in all of our pasts.
Yeah.
I did not think that was coming.
It's
So.
a real coin flip for me whether Ferric's going to kill Brahm or not. It's a real.
Is it really?
Oh, it's
Is
so...
it really?
It's such a coin flip.
Wasn't Atreides trying to recruit him though?
Oh, anyone that I think that I might be able to influence.
Any
Yeah.
port in a storm for that guy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Any port in the storm. I'm now imagining like a weird murder mystery subplot where all of Atreides' followers end up mysteriously dead, and it's just Ferric.
It's just
That's
Ferric's
us.
killing him.
Oh
Right.
my
And
god.
Get him outta
it's
here.
Like, Atreides never knows when something is gonna stick, and so if he feels that he's not going to get into combat, then he sees no reason not to just burn some spells and enhance some
That's
people
true.
for a short time.
Yeah.
Especially people who obviously need to improve in some way, or who have but is down on his
Yeah.
luck, hence feeling the need.
I don't
to
trust
scam
him
people.
either.
I don't trust
Speaking
him
of-
either, but
Weird stuff that we were just like, bye.
right.
This
Yeah.
is weird.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
and then obviously Brahm getting humiliated. Like that's a time
Yeah.
to build someone up again.
So is Ferric wanting to kill Brahm because he was like fighting him for bard dominance, or because he was hitting on Adalia, or both?
I don't think that Ferric's ego would be so hurt by either of those things,
Mm-hmm.
but I do think that there is just like something in the blood, right? Like there's like something that just like rubs Ferric the wrong
Probably
way.
his voice.
Probably his fucking voice.
His voice.
Cody is really great at giving unbearable people unbearable voices.
Yeah.
Like both Calvin and Brahm are just like,
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
you know them as soon as
Yeah.
they open their
As soon as
mouth.
they open their mouth, they're like, this guy. No thanks.
But like from a maybe meta kind of standpoint, like maybe for Ferric, it's like, you know, there's snake cultists around this town. I know that from my weird drug trip. And this guy just happens to be here. And so like
Charismatic leader, in theory.
Yeah. So like I don't know, like can Brahm be useful in trying to find them? And in that way, perhaps Brahm gets caught in some crossfire or something like that. I don't know, but
And Atreides brings him back.
And Atreides
Right.
resurrects
Oh
him,
my
and he's
God.
like, look.
That's the way to
Look
really
what I have
cement someone's
brought.
loyalty. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Well, I was wondering, the first time we encounter, I wasn't thinking about this at the time because I was still so like weirded out by the whole town. When we first encountered the snake, or when we first encountered the actual dark matron, it was in Evangeline's house. So if somebody brought the snake cult to Everton,
Ooh,
that person having a connection to Evangeline makes a certain amount of sense. So, like, if
Oh,
there's a
yeah.
snake cult, I feel like Brahm could be the guy doing the snake cult stuff.
Say the words, I'll take the shot.
I think you might have to get in line for that particular no mercy kill. I feel like everybody's kind of like, this guy can go. Just the absolute worst.
Which feels like there's nobody in real life that I'm just
Mhm.
like within 5 minutes of meeting them, I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna kill this person. So
Yeah.
like I don't know where this feeling comes from. Like it's just not who I am as a person, but like for some reason in this particular game, as this particular character, I'm just like, murder's on the menu.
Yeah. We've gone
And
through
it
so
comes with
much.
fries.
Like
Yeah.
every couple episodes, like we have like someone to deal with. We haven't had that lately. So we just have like this innate bloodlust just kind of just
Just
cruising.
boiling
Yeah.
over.
We're like, we gotta kill somebody, right?
We talked about this, I think, when Atreides was joining the party in the Discord, about how everyone in the failures has so much anger inside, and it's all different kinds of anger, so it's just like constantly like battling each other. And yeah, it hasn't had anywhere to go lately. Which, you know, all things considered, we've been getting along really well for a bunch of angry people
That's true.
who have, you know, such disparate lives. We've been doing all right. But yeah, Bram, I am nervous about that situation.
I'm excited for your choice though. Awesome.
Yeah.
This is all those spells are great. So
Right? And like
Mhm.
all of them can be used to kill Brahm somehow. So
Somehow.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
Old person.
Legend lore, how are you
monster.
going to use legend lore to kill Bram?
oh, I'm just gonna like find out Brahm's hidden secrets and run him out of town.
Perfect.
He'll die of a broken heart.
Ooh.
They
I
didn't
think
die
I'm
when
actually gonna
Evangeline-
roll for my hit points.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
do it.
Got a 3, a little lower than average, but that's okay.
Yeah. I'm a big coward about rolling for hit points, so I just took the regular.
Oh, if I had taken the average, I'd have 69.
Oh,
Man.
buddy.
You missed that one.
I missed that. If I had done the math ahead of time, I wouldn't have rolled.
Mm.
Yeah, that's fair.
So Nathan,
I
what
mean-
is Atreides' build? I don't think we've ever really
Oh, yeah.
talked about what
Sure.
he is.
I'm 3 levels of Eldritch Knight, just enough to get like the little Eldritch Knight subclass thing, and then full cleric for the rest of his career.
Hell
So
yeah.
this level,
Do we know what kind of cleric?
Tempest cleric.
Tempest cleric.
Nice.
I like that.
Cool.
Thank you.
I played a Tempest cleric in a one-shot once. It was really fun.
I love Tempest clerics. It's my favorite cleric subclass. I think I mentioned a few episodes back, like there was when there was the storm, I was talking about like Atreides' love of storms and like the philosophical significance of them to him, and so that's where the like Tempest magic comes in. But level 6 is big for clerics, so I get an extra channel divinity and a divine domain feature, which is fun.
Do we know what that is?
Yeah, let's
Are
see.
you gonna tell us?
Yeah.
You should tell us.
Thunderbolt Strike. When you deal lightning damage to a large or smaller creature, you can also push it up to 10 feet away from you.
Cool.
Oh,
Cool.
nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
I love control. I love like map control stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's just so fun.
My warlock in our Eberron campaign has all the control stuff, and it's the best. I love it so much. Repelling
There's
blast.
just something so satisfying about like pushing an enemy into like a cauldron of acid.
I push
or,
people
like,
off
off
of
a
stuff
cliff.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My warlock
Yeah.
does. Just right
I
off
just
a
love
cliff.
DPS.
Yeah.
Hit them hard as you can. That's the real fun of
It's my
D&D for me.
dream to figure out like have what's the spell? I'm confusing MythCraft and D&D now. The thorn,
What's gonna happen?
the circle of thorns that you grow. What's that spell in D&D?
Wall of Thorns?
But it's like on the
Spike growth?
ground. It's not a wall.
Oh,
Spike growth.
spike growth.
Yeah, spike growth. Thank you. So in sanity damage, Alex will always cast Spike Growth, and then Cody will use Eldritch Blast to push and pull enemies back and forth through it, just
Oh
like
my
a
God.
Nice.
cheese grater. So my goal is to do that to some of Cody's monsters somehow, somewhere.
I love
I do
that.
have spike growth, so let me know.
Okay, yeah, you set up a Spike Growth, and I'll hit people with lightning and just push them back into it.
Oh my god.
And I'll just be invisible. Invisible?
Invisible.
Invisible? New spell. Invisible.
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 I'll be invisible and I'll kind of like just poke
Poke people.
poke.
Love that.
I'm sure Pickles can Pickles throw people yet?
I mean, is a person an improvised weapon?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Because I have
definitely.
Tavern
Yeah.
Brawler.
Yeah, I'd say so. Because
Hit
you
a
could throw a
motherfucker with another
person.
motherfucker.
Yeah,
Right?
Throw
That's
a
the
person
saying.
at a
Right.
person. That's an improvised weapon, as far as I'm concerned. I feel like we should just make the unilateral decision without Cody here. That's how that works.
I mean, I feel like I think anybody can throw a person, really. I don't think you need to
Mhm.
just
Not a
how
Dahlia.
well.
She has a -2 to strength. She can't throw
Right.
anyone.
Yeah. I mean, Pickles has a 20 strength, so I would argue that Eddie, especially when she's large, for any reason, she should be able to chuck a person.
definitely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
Just chuck them into the spike growth.
What is that? Are you
Chase him around, pick him up, and chuck him into. No.
Do you count as one size larger as Pickles when you grow? 'Cause, I guess
Yeah.
you do. So you're, what was that? You could just naturally just walk around with like 1,000 pounds on you if you have like, which is insane.
That is
Yeah,
pretty
that's
insane.
how we figured out.
Which
Yeah.
is
Didn't Pickles carry the cart across a river?
Right, that's
one
how
Yeah,
we
yeah, that's
figured
right.
out that
Oh, yeah,
Pickles
yeah.
could grow large and run across the river carrying the cart and all the horses. Because, yeah. I mean, it's only for a minute, but
Still nice. Gotta have a strong boy in the
Mhm.
party. So, Atreides, I'd forgotten was a Tempest cleric, so now I'm rethinking some of my spells. So, Adalia is taking a druid level instead of a cleric level now that we have an actual cleric. From an out of character perspective, having someone who's actually already a cleric who can revivify people is real good. But so nothing exciting is happening at Druid 7 for Adalia, except that she does. I do have a 5th level spell slot now, which isn't that exciting. I mean, it is exciting, obviously. Should be excited about that. But now I have access to 4th level. I've had 4th level spell slots, but no 4th level spells. So it is very exciting to now have access to my 4th level spells.
nice.
Yeah. Because Adalia is a prepared caster, I can I don't have to choose like Ferric does.
Yeah, that's really good.
But I'd overlooked Elemental Bane. But maybe if we see some of that storm magic from Atreides, we could make people take a lot of extra damage that way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Gotta consider Dimension Door, because, we run away a lot. So that would be good. I could get Banishment, which is exciting.
Another
Polymorph.
good one for running away. Just make them go away.
Yeah, just make them go away. Polymorph, which I feel like is the chaos option,
Mhm.
but that could be cool. Wall of Fire, which is very Adalia coded. But yeah. So I don't have a lot of exciting stuff to give you. I don't have any cool things that come online right now.
Yeah, Wall of Fire. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's dope.
Yeah.
All those
Yeah,
spells are
fourth
dope.
level
I'm not in
spells.
any way
Mhm.
talking them down, but in terms of features, class
Yeah.
features
Mhm.
and stuff, nothing cool is happening.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't get any new
very
spells.
excited to RP another panic attack. So
Ooh.
Perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
Atreides
What
can
were
help
you
with
saying,
that.
Nathan?
I don't get any new spells, but I do get one more prepared spell
Uh,
check. So
Oh,
Mm.
nice.
it's tough because
Nice.
I love the Thor build of the Tempest Cleric, but Atreides has been going almost entirely support so that he can lift up people and make them their best selves. So it's kind of a tug of war within me. which route to go each day.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah,
Was-
that's
I was originally thinking for Pickles level up, I was just gonna go straight fighter, but now I kind of want to talk with Cody about Eric the Terror a little bit more
ooh.
and kind of figure out what he would be
Mm-hmm.
and potentially take a level in whatever that would be.
That's cool and upsetting.
And
Yeah,
That is
love
cool
it.
and upsetting.
I
I don't know what that would be. That's a conversation for Cody. I know Cody's listening. But if I went fighter, I get nothing exciting. Level 8 fighter, you get Indomitable, which lets me reroll a saving throw. So
And
That's
ASI,
nice.
right?
it's nice. Nope, that's 7. Or no, we're going to 9. So it was 8 is ASI,
yeah.
9 is
Oh,
Indomitable.
okay,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Correct things, wrong level order.
Yeah.
So, and then, yeah, she just learns more punch. But no, while we were sitting here talking, I think that might be a cool roleplay-esque multi-class, depending on what that might be.
That'd be sick.
Atreides hasn't been in a fight yet.
No.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it.
That is actually really exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'm
I'd
excited to see that.
really like to see how Atreides responds to how we fight. Like that's another thing is like we're
didn't
very
think about that.
ragtag, whereas like Atreides is like known to be a trained like military
Mhm.
Right.
person.
Yeah.
So like our strategy, you know,
Rough
If you could call it that.
yeah.
Just
Because
doing
I
our
don't
best,
think-
and yeah.
Yeah. Nobody else has any like military training, dude. I mean, like maybe Ambrose a little bit with like his father in the Ivory Guard,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
like growing up that way.
That
You're
bit.
like, you gotta learn how to fight,
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
His
Adalia
father,
has,
kicks
like-
him down some stairs or something like that.
Guerrilla knowledge, like not like
Yeah.
actual military training.
Yeah. Adalia would probably be the closest to fighting with any kind of like synergistic mindset, though.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
think Atreides
She's
will
a lot of time
appreciate
healing
Yeah.
in battle.
Right.
Ferric learned fighting from a pirate.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it. So
That's
like
pretty
I
much
Bro's read a book. That's how he really
Yeah.
Scrappy fighting with the mafia.
was like.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
no
it's
wonder we're
just-
so ragtag in
Yeah.
combat.
yeah.
We're just out here doing our best.
Yeah.
I was just looking at Adalia. I've forgotten some of the features of Adalia's subclass, but when Adalia, so this is now far away, but Adalia, first of all, at level 11, Adalia becomes immune to fire damage, which I feel like could be really fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, just as part of her race. But at
Mhm.
level 10, when she takes a crystalline shape, she can impart one of her crystalline shapes onto other people. So she can give her fire resistance to people who maybe have panic attacks when there's fire. Just throwing it out
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Perfect combo right there.
Yeah.
How sweet.
there.
That's
But yeah.
also going up against Pharaoh. It's gonna be pretty clutch.
Hmm
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not fighting Pharaoh.
Fighting
I'm not
Pharaoh.
fighting Pharaoh. Sorry, y'all. Pharaoh can do whatever he wants.
We'll talk to him
He owes us.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just have like a chat.
Ask him nicely
again.
to go back in
Yeah.
his cave.
We're buds. He owes us that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he
Hey,
does
good
owe us
talk.
a
You should
favor.
stop
Freedom.
killing people, go back to your cave.
Yeah,
Thanks.
be a good dragon.
Yeah. Cody is listening. He says hello and is on his phone.
Hey, Cody.
Can we ever talk? Are there other continents? Like, can we just be like, hey, Pharaoh, just go to another continent?
There are
There
other
are
continents,
other
Bad idea.
I think there are other continents, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm
Um,
But I mean,
dude,
wouldn't that just be pushing a ancient red dragon onto totally innocent bystanders?
Campaign
Yep.
Oh, we should just-
problem.
yeah, but
We'll start
like
an
you know,
intercontinental war over it, but that's for other
That's true.
characters to deal
Yeah,
with.
campaign 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They can deal with that problem. Like us letting Pharaoh out in episode 3 is just a continuous long-term problem for all of Power Word Fail forever.
yeah.
Sounds
We
great.
should put him in Ordomall. That's a perfect spot right there. If you can just take care of that, problem
Yeah.
solved. and then we can just head back
We
to
can't
Mornstein.
burn down Ornamall. Your dad's
Ooh.
there.
Not
Maybe
we. Not we. I didn't say
No.
we. I didn't say Pharaoh do it.
No.
if Atreides
We
can
can't do that.
convert Pharaoh, then
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Atreides
A
is
lot
gonna
to
get
think
the
of.
ancient red dragon to worship him. That's the
That's
end
the
game.
move.
Love that journey for him.
Mhm.
I
Well,
mean,
hey,
like,
Nathan-
pickles with dragon, pops with dragon, like
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
take over
Yeah.
the world. Yeah.
Sure.
Let's see. What
Uh,
are the other continents? I just pulled up the map. We're in Malindor.
Mhm.
So the
Mhm.
whole planet is
Right.
called Telthar. We're in
Mhm.
Malindor. To the north of us is Halvastor. Then there's Tetrad and Everlon, and then the Southern Isles. So there's like 4 major continents and then like an archipelago.
Okay.
I bet the
Um,
Southern Isles are nice this time of year.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
say, you know,
Little vacation.
feel like that's like a nice environment and not, huge swaths of land for him to burn. Like if stuff starts burning, it'll stay contained.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I feel like that could be a least damage possible possibility.
Food, there could be like a nice pot of dolphins to munch
Yeah.
on, a
That's a
nice
bitch.
like,
Yeah.
whale every once in a while.
Yeah, I love this. I think this is a great plan. I don't think this will go wrong at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we can evict Pharaoh. I don't think that's gonna really work out.
We're not
I mean, we
evicting.
sort
We're
of
just suggesting a new
suggesting.
home.
Sure.
Because we're buddies,
Mhm.
right?
Cash in on a
Like-
favor.
I mean, I don't think he owes us a favor. I'm pretty sure he gave us the way to the treasure and like it was just a
Oh
a
yeah.
flat-
I mean, I guess.
flat deal.
If you
I
want
think he's
to.
pretty-
Yeah.
I think he would like us at least. I
Yeah.
feel like out of anyone, he'd be like, okay, these.
They're
I
like,
mean-
look how much you guys have grown. It's great. I haven't seen you in a couple weeks. Like,
Mhm.
I know,
He
right?
did
Right.
shout his thanks to everyone by name as he flew
Mhm.
away.
This is
So
true.
like
Yeah.
he is grateful. I mean, how many of that original 3 of that original crew are dead, so only 3 of you actually have any direct connection to Pharaoh.
Yeah. Let's hope
So-
that it remains that way by the time we get to
Mhm.
Pharaoh.
It would be
Because-
kind of funny if the party rolled up to Pharaoh. It's like, it's us, the failures, but no one from the original.
Yeah. It's like, who the fuck are you guys?
I mean, he did also promise me dragon rides for life. So
So true.
Yeah.
That was one of the favors.
Ooh.
Yeah, that could be interesting. Nathan, you weren't here for last Power Word Chill. Do you
No.
have like stuff you want to share about how you know, what happened with Miraz and like how you pictured Atreides like slotting into all of this stuff?
Yeah, I guess Miraz's exit was not when I expected it, but just about exactly as I hoped it would happen, which was really fulfilling. To like even down to little details that I had no way of preparing for, like when
Mhm.
Tarsian is the one who is pursuing Miraz and has like this huge anti-magic aura around him, and Miraz having non-magical like fireworks and stuff is able to get a few shots off. Like that was that felt really rewarding. Having someone from the prince or in conjunction with the prince in some way chase Miraz down and put an end to him is what I expected. And so I think that I don't think that Tarsian is necessarily in cahoots with the prince, right? Because we know that he is with the Dark Matron, but those are different entities.
No, he was against the Dark Matron. He was
Yeah.
stealing the crystal from the Dark Matron. He serves the Master, which I think is the
Is the
prince,
prince,
in
okay.
disguise.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think
Um,
that it's all one big conspiracy. Charlie Day, like
that makes a
all
ton of
one thing.
sense. If
Yeah.
if he isn't for the prince, he's just against like people's souls cheating like what they're supposed to do. So whatever the case, like I was really happy with the way his death not death went, and like I kind of had the epiphany about how the ring could trap my soul and talked with Cody about that. So I was expecting like a Baylor or something to show up, but TJ with a level 20 PC was a great way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
No shame in that, you know.
Yeah, no,
I
I
love
mean,
20 PC taking you out.
and having the door open for him to come back. I know Miles wants a Warforged body. I would love a Warforged body. Have like the ring as like the heart. It's like a gyroscope in the middle of his like something. I don't know.
Very
Cool.
nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of options for Miraz down the road. And with
Unless Ambrose makes that deal.
unless Ambrose makes that deal.
It'll never happen. It'll never happen. So don't worry.
That's
I
very
got
true.
one thing I'm proud of Ambrose is that he has the will of steel who won't change. So we'll just stick with it.
Yeah.
For good or for bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
until
for better or
Baylor
worse.
shows up and then he'll just toss that thing.
Yeah, and Atreides, I think, is evolving a lot the way I hoped he would. Like, I wanted him to be a craftsman, a creator, a nurturer. He has come off a little bit more manipulative than I intended for him to, but that's just how he landed. And so I think that that's an area that he can grow in as he continues to journey. Like, his abundant use of spells to try to bribe loyalty. At first I was like, oh, this will get someone's loyalty, and then I thought, ooh, that's really slimy. So we'll see how that evolves. But
you don't know if you want to lean into that or not, because I think part of it was that we, particularly Adalia, read it as manipulative. Like,
Right.
Do you feel like you're being influenced on that, or do you think it was just like an accidentally manipulative thing?
as a player, it was accidentally manipulative, but as a character, I think maybe it wasn't, and I think that maybe he's like more pragmatic than altruistic in his pursuit of godhood.
Yeah.
And maybe that's like something that will or will not morph over the campaign. But yeah, I think I will lean into more how Adalia read it than how I intended it when I started with him.
I think the thing that you're missing that all good cults have is a doctrine.
Oh, I'm not missing that.
Like-
no one's just asking.
It just hasn't come up yet.
Yeah.
I'd love to be like, well, on page 6 of my doctrine it says, and then you like school us in your, your cult.
They're called the Atralian Edicts.
Oh God.
Ooh, I'm excited.
That's a great name for
Yeah.
something I'm very nervous about.
Yeah.
A trillion edicts. Oh man.
Atreides has them all written out. I have not written them out yet, but I'm gonna bullet point them at some point. I have like a vague outline of what his beliefs are.
Hey Ambrose, did you hear? Atreides eats dicks apparently.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
I'm
I
just
heard them talking to Pickles about this.
I'm
That's
talking to Pickles like
too big of a word for pickles.
like edicts or
Yep.
a trillion. Or
Both. She'll think
Yeah.
we're going back to talking about boats.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
You're a boat. I'm not a boat.
I'm not a boat, but I'm not a boat.
Am I a boat? Do I have a boat?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Without Raveno around, I do feel like Atreides has accidentally sort of stumbled into a group of people who are just so wildly unprepared to accept his godhood stuff
For sure.
as like legitimate. Like Adalia doesn't trust any of that stuff. Ferric has Zorla, Ambrose has Vespa, Pickles is like half a little evil man in her head. Like,
Pickles
It's
is the
just-
opposite. Pickles is like, oh, you could be a god. I
You
could be a god. Like, let's
Yeah.
let's
Let's
do it.
go.
You say you don't die. Okay, I'm there. Let's like
Mhm.
come back.
Yeah.
Okay, like just checking off the list of all the things that Trailways is saying. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, we could do this.
Yeah.
So
Like,
I will say, like, I missed this opportunity, so I am waiting for it to come up again so that I can, like, make this joke. But Ambrose was talking about cultivating the land that the failures own to make it turn a profit. And next time he says that, Atreides is going to lock onto it and try to turn Ambrose into a prophet.
Oh my god. No. Honestly, with his ego, probably could work.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of false gods running around in this campaign. The prince.
Well, I'm excited to see these miracles happen from Atreides. So I
Yeah.
love your character. I love the
I
accent.
love Atreides. I think he's
Yeah.
fascinating.
Sourdough bread, keep it coming, man. I love every time you describe
Yeah.
the bread.
I
Yeah.
almost feel bad for how negatively Adalia responds to Atreides because Katie, really love him. Like, I think he's great. I think he's fascinating. I'm like really into the concept, but like the second I start getting into Adalia's headspace, I'm like, this fucking guy. Like,
Yeah. Well,
get
I
him outta
remember,
here.
I think it was you, Katie, that asked, like, which PC I was designing my character to fuck with, and my answer was
Yeah.
yes.
yes,
Like, I was like,
all
oh,
of them.
Yeah, what can I do to connect? Because, like, I'm
Mhm.
coming in blind. I don't have a partner the way Miraz did.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. No, I fully expected the resistance from Adalia, and I'm really enjoying,
Yeah.
like, I don't know where it's going to go. But
I don't either, because like I like Atreides a lot, but Adalia is very concerned.
I've got a
Not just
cup
about
now.
that, but about like all this weird
got a
god
cup,
stuff
that's
that's
true.
happening. Yeah, you've got a cup.
Yeah.
There's just so much weird god stuff happening. And
Yeah.
like this just feels like one too many weird god things
Yeah.
for Adalia. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
She's hit her limit for weird god stuff that she's willing to
Also-
just tolerate and shrug.
Just seeing, like, I don't think we've really, like, understood the concept of what Atreides is saying, where he's like, "Oh, I believe in myself, and I am my own god." But like, what happens when we actually start seeing him doing these like crazy things on the battlefield? And he's like,
right now it's just been mostly
yeah,
talk.
just him gassing
Yeah.
himself up. But what happens when we actually see evidence? Oh shit! Hold
he
up.
calls lightning from the
I-
sky. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
That's what I'm excited for.
Like, here's the thing. Adalia can also call lightning from the sky. Like, that's such a weird thing
Mhm.
in D&D.
Yeah.
But, like, all the
Yeah.
stuff
Mhm.
that in any other setting would make it seem like you're a god. Like, I can do that, too.
That's just
Yeah.
how he's
Like,
just
I'm
like,
not
I
a
can do
god.
that.
Yeah.
That's the relationship. Every time Atreides tries to do something, Adelia's like, I could do that.
I can do that. Yeah, like, just, she's, like, following him around like an anti-prophet. Like,
Yeah.
he tries to convert someone and she's like, excuse me, I can also do that. Don't listen to him.
Yeah.
I just imagine like somebody following like a famous magician, like somebody following around like Chris Angel and just being like, it's behind his ear.
Yes. That exact energy, but like
Check
much
his
more
shoes.
Right.
yes. That is one possible route this could go down. I don't want
I
it to.
also don't know why Chris Angel was the first famous magician that came
Just
to
right
mind.
there.
Just right
I mean,
there.
it's pretty popular. So,
Well, and angel is in the name. We're talking about gods. I can see the mental
it works,
that you
yeah.
made. Yeah.
I think that Ferric definitely doesn't believe in the like you're a god stuff. Just because Ferric's probably the most faith-driven character I've ever played. Like even when I played a paladin, like my whole thought was like, oh, my like deity is justice, and I serve justice rather than like a god. And now I'm like thrust into this character where I'm like, okay, like I actually do have faith in this thing. And so like I don't know, Ferric's just like there's gods, there's mortals, there's no like intermingling of the two. But you gave them a cup.
Mhm.
And that means a lot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ferric is very gift driven. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Flower. Yeah.
Flower and like very object driven, not in a bad way, but like
The
In
trinkets
poses.
on his
Bird brain.
horns, too. Yeah.
trinkets
Yeah,
on his
yeah.
horns, like
Right.
Mhm.
or on their horns. It's so like those physical objects are how Ferric connects to people. So
Mementos and gifts.
Yeah.
For sure.
so yeah, that's interesting, but totally valid. Yeah. I want to like like I feel like Adalia and Atreides, if Atreides isn't trying to be manipulative, could be like buddies, but she's just reading him real negative right now.
Yeah.
I feel like Ambrose doesn't really care.
Yeah.
He, like,
Like,
it's
take
just
a
Other
breath,
stuff.
dude.
Ambrose is like, it's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, I also believe in myself. I am my own god. He's like, sure you are, buddy.
Sure, buddy.
And
Yeah,
he's just
right.
like, whatever. Until he
Yeah.
says,
Until-
That's nice. Yeah.
Until Ambrose gets brought back to life and he's like,
Yeah.
and he sees Atreides first, like in his face.
Imprinting like a mother.
yeah, like a little
Duckling.
duckling.
What a
Oh,
plot
no, I
twist that
can't
would
wait
be
for that.
if Ambrose got brought back and he's like, you know what? I'm Team Atreides now. Let's go.
No, honestly, can you imagine like after Prince, like the Prince
Oh,
does
you broke
kick my
up there
ass.
for me.
Oops, sorry.
What did you say?
Imagine if the Prince actually kicks my ass, I die, and then like
Mhm.
right before I go to the whatever plane the Prince
Uh-huh.
tries to send me, I die. I just get brought back and like I get another dream sequence of the Prince like I don't know what you did. Like,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm awfully upset, Ambrose.
I'm awfully upset, Ambrose. And when I get angry, ugh, I still get chills from that first time that Carlos
Yeah.
was the prince in
I
Avengers.
feel like if the prince did something, it lost yet again,
Mhm.
we'd all just be like, dude, you're nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
you're nobody.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
like you didn't get Miraz, you didn't get X, you just go sit in your corner. Like,
Small
Mhm.
potatoes.
Yeah. I am nervous about it.
I'm more worried about Zanzibar. I feel like he's
Yeah.
Really?
somewhere. The Prince,
I like
sure.
Zanzibar.
I know what the Prince is. Zanzibar
Sure. The fear of the unknown.
is just pure,
I mean-
concentrated mystery, and it scares me.
Yeah, I think he's like an archfey or something.
That's what I think too. Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
just like out here fucking with us. Although I do also have, obviously this isn't, traditional D&D lore. We have our own like world and mythology here. There is there is a god in the original lore document that was called something like the fool or
Or the
something like
jester,
that.
Yeah.
The jester.
Yeah, let
That
me-
reminded me of Zanzibar.
Yeah.
I'm in the dock right now. Let
The
me try to
jokester?
find him.
I've been the jokester.
There's something like that, and it said he was the one, like the minor god, most likely to be
The
like
jester.
the jester.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
So like, if what we've got going on here is less a war between like the traditional gods and more like power plays with the demigods between the Dark Matron and the Prince and whatever, Zanzibar trying to keep an eye on whatever the heck is going on by pretending
Scares
to
me.
be a traitor.
Any
Right,
potato
and-
lore in there? Any potato lore?
Any potato lore in the lore
Yeah.
document?
If it says like
Potato
God
lore.
of potatoes, like we probably know.
Well,
Mhm.
I mean, there's some cross-universe stuff with him and Body Nook. So, like, Cody and I haven't collaborated beyond it, just saying, like, yes, they know each other.
Mhm.
But there could be some kind of extra universal, like, what was it from Doctor Strange 2? The Illuminati, the Guardians of the Multiverse from
Mhm.
the, like, animated What If series. Like, there might be something like that going on to the side.
Yeah.
With Zanzibar. But if he is the
Zanzibar's
jester,
Time Lord.
like, what's that?
Zanzibar's a time
A
lord.
Time
I
Lord,
was just
yeah, right.
really crossing the streams,
Yeah.
so to speak, on our pop culture
Yeah,
references. But
when we see
I like it.
a telephone booth, we know.
That's what we know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, if he is like the jester, if the jester is like one of the lower power gods, it would make sense if
Mhm.
like he's kind of on the same playing field as the prince and the dark matron, because the gods that are like minor gods probably have the most to gain by outmaneuvering each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we got the one little bit of lore when we were in the library that the jester, the huntsman, and the dark matron were all from the same plane,
Yeah.
and that they all typically
Yeah.
stayed on that plane and didn't always.
Right.
It wasn't known that they typically come into ours.
Right.
So-
That's the Blackwood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're all from the
Mm.
Blackwood and all typically stay there. So
Oh,
that would
do you think
if
we're
he
gonna
was
go to
that, they would be on the same plane.
Think we'll go
Yeah.
to the Blackwood someday? That'd be cool.
I'd love to, yeah. I thought we were going to
I'll
when we went
pass.
down into that cave. I thought we were gonna portal over there.
Well, I
Yeah.
think we were pretty darn close. We were that pit that she was in.
Yeah.
She kept disappearing into the shadows. I'm assuming that was the
Yeah, I assume so.
Blackwood.
So I have it here. It's the Fool. The Fool is the second keeper of the Blackwood, bringing all the chaos and horrifying madness you can expect. The Fool thrives on the entertainment of his guests. He freely communes to our world and will often disguise himself among mortals. The Fool wears the appearance of a flamboyant man, often with a drama mask. He is the most hated keeper of his peers.
Yeah, that's Zanzibar.
Sounds like Zanzibar.
Zanzibar, right?
Right.
It's
Confirmed.
gotta be him.
Yeah.
Which begs the question: is he here just to be chaotic, or like, is he here to do something? And we also got the huntsman drop, right? So
Yeah.
like maybe.
Mhm.
Maybe he's running around. We never did. I don't know if this will come up now because it was so long ago, but we never really got an answer to Ambrose's original vision where he was like at that oasis and there was
Yeah, always wonder.
like a dude by the oasis.
That's what we need that legend
Bertan.
lore. Bertan.
Bertan. I forgot his name. Bertan.
Bertan.
But it'd be cool if this was more of a like coup amongst the minor gods,
Mm-hmm.
like vying for power. But we just don't know. And in all of that, where does the hero's light fit into all of this?
Yeah.
That is a question that I never really thought about answering.
I said it in
Before
Discord,
Traley's.
and I maintain the more you believe in yourself, the more you cultivate that hero's light.
Gross. Puke. I don't believe that.
Oh my god.
Adalia's always believed in herself plenty, and the hero's light only started talking to her after Spunk
Yeah.
kicked the bucket, so no. But sorry, I was looking at the YouTube chat, but no questions so far. I mean, is the hero's I don't know. I get so wrapped up in my own head about what I think various things are. Like I can't tell if I think the hero's light is like one of these aspects of the existing crystals, or if it's just like another form.
Yeah.
Because if it really is the minor gods are up to no good, like why aren't the major gods stopping them? Like is something wrong? And if
Yeah.
so, then like
Mhm.
what are all these like little pieces lying around? Is that them in like weaker forms trying to help, or what is happening?
Yeah,
I
what
feel
kind of-
like
Go ahead.
I feel like we are the weaker forms of the major gods at work, right? Like
Hmm.
Zeus was trying to do some fucked up shit, and Vespa, like poked a hole in the fabric of the
Mhm.
separation between like the major gods and our world, and was like, "Hey Ambrose, what's up?"
Stop giving me depression.
And like very similar thing is happening between Ferric and Zorla and the Decay Crystal, right? Is like
Mhm.
so this is kind of complicated, but like there's the Decay Crystal here, And then there's like the guardian of that crystal, which is the serpent. And then there's the aspect of the crystal, which is Zorla. And so like it's like crystal is the boss. The serpent is the regional manager. And then Zorla
assistant to
is
the regional manager.
Right.
He's assistant to the regional manager. Yes. So like if the serpent is talking directly to Ferric and is like, "Hey, do something, fucko." You know, like maybe that's a little bit of like the influence. Like we are just pawns, and they're just like, we don't want to get our hands dirty. We just.
I've just been wondering since the very beginning. We're seeing so much of like the guardian forms, who, from my understanding, are not supposed to be directly involved in the world. The whole reason that the guardians were created to protect the crystal. Like the crystals made the guardians to protect themselves.
Yeah.
And then the guardians made the gods to protect the world.
Yes.
So, like, why are the guardians getting all mixed up in what we're doing?
I think it's because someone's directly threatening the crystals. I think the master is directly threatening the crystals.
But where are the gods? Like, they're supposed to be the like middle managers between us and the crystals, and like they just don't seem to be around. I mean, we're getting hints of them here and there, but like a lot of this direct stuff we're getting is from. It seems like from.
I mean, it all depends on how religion works, right?
Yeah.
Like, it could be that the only reason we've seen Vespa and Zorla is because Ambrose and Ferric have direct connections through faith. It might be that these other gods can't have a connection unless faith is there. So if nobody in the party believes in them or worships them, they have no way, and it could just be the guardians don't need that, so they can surpass that and be like, yo, like.
Yeah, and so there's a big takeaway that I took from Miraz's interactions with the prince, which was Miraz got the idea to pursue like some form of relationship with the prince. As a player, I expected, and as a character at the time, Miraz expected that he would have to go through some kind of elaborate like ritual and do more research to figure out a way to contact the prince. But as soon as he had the desire, the prince started visiting him in his dreams. There was no additional step that Miraz needed to take. So, like, I think that, like, Andy, I think that makes a lot of sense. Like, you need to offer the god a foothold before the god is able to do things, like, through you.
Yeah.
Which is why we've had, like, a higher volume of interactions from those two, from Vespa and Zorla.
Yeah. Interesting. God stuff.
Yeah.
I know Pharaoh knows something. That's where I'm at. I'm at the point where once we released Pharaoh, everything went to nightmare. So I'm pretty sure there was something tied with Pharaoh, like trapped within this.
Well,
area.
Maybe Pharaoh knows some gods. You know, like Pharaoh's been fucking old enough. You know, like he's been locked up for the past like couple thousand years or fucking whatever. But
doesn't Pharaoh mean God King?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, here's a little peek behind the curtain. The reason I think that Carlos named Pharaoh is because before our very first recording, we were joking around and doing like a exercise. I don't even remember what it was.
Yeah.
The Pharaoh fast forwards his favorite foreign films.
Yes, the Pharaoh fast forwards his favorite foreign films as like a joke, and then he named the dragon Pharaoh, which is funny.
I just looked it up. It literally means great house, but like, the Pharaoh was believed to be the divine emissary on Earth.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it all ties back to that the crystal crown. Like, that was the whole deal, is that the crystals gave like pieces of their power into this crystal crown as a weapon for the original Crystal Court to help defeat the Dragon Uprising or whatever it was called. So when we let Pharaoh out, that means that we have to track down the Crystal Crown to get it back, or to put him back, and apparently to stop all these other dragons. But like the crystal stuff, like there's already little pieces of decay crystal around. Like we already know they're out there.
Yeah.
Because Zeus had one. So somebody already has it, or has pieces of it, or someone's making more versions of it. It's like there was one nuke in all of Telthar, and now there's like a bunch of other little ones popping up, or someone found it, you know?
Yeah.
It's nerve-wracking when I talk about it like that. Now I'm scared again.
Yeah.
About all of this.
And I think part of like Ferric's major concern right now is just like, this is the crystal that I'm dedicated to, and it's being used in this like bastardized way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like being used consistently by bad people.
Yeah.
And that has been the kind of like tit for tat between them and Ambrose too, you know, like all the way back to the like, okay, Zeus comment, you know. It's just like,
that was rough.
You'll never let that go. You'll
Yeah.
never
You
let that joke go.
No, we should all remember that forever, because that was harsh. That was very mean.
I loved it though, right? Because
it was great.
And now Ambrose and Ferric are like buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, we need like matching rings or something like that.
I'll get a cool ring with you.
Hopefully one that like neither of our souls are gonna be stuck in.
Yeah, just like
Honestly,
a nice mundane ring.
Might need that.
Although honestly, everybody having a ring of of protection against mind shielding, so that nobody's soul can get sundered again, might be not an unreasonable thing to hope for.
Too late for some of us.
Yeah. But you know, you live and you learn. And now we all
You die and you learn. You die and everyone else learns.
You die and everyone else learns.
Yeah.
There you go.
Everybody just looks at each other like, oh.
Shit.
In
No more
Discord
disintegration
a
for
few
me.
days ago, I can't remember which of our friends it was in Discord, but Katie, you and I and someone else, I'll see if I can find them. We were talking about Mistborn and some of the parallels with Mistborn in Telthar. I didn't notice those myself. I haven't played a Crystalborn, so I wasn't like steeped in that kind of parallel.
Yeah.
But I was wondering, have you also read the 5th season or the whole Broken Earth trilogy?
I am literally, I wish I had my purse next to me right now, because I am literally reading it right now. Like I am about halfway through the first book.
Because I wonder if Carlos has read it because of the crystal stuff. Because crystals are a huge part of both worlds, and they operate a little bit differently, but they're both like godly entities. So
I just finished it.
Did you?
Nice.
Yeah.
All 3 or just the first one?
All 3.
Okay.
I like me and my partner just like flashed through them, like barrel rolled, because is it N.K. Jemisin? Is that
Jemisin? Yeah.
Jemisin. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I don't even remember who told me to read that book. Maybe it was one of you. But
I got to meet her a couple months ago. I got book 3 signed.
That's so cool! Yeah. I'm so jelly.
Yeah, she's a really good like presenter. Definitely attend some of her readings if you get a chance to.
Yeah. I had jury duty on Thursday, everyone. So I was sitting in a room being bored for most of the morning and got about halfway through the book.
Nice.
And then I've been busy since then. But if we wrap up early tonight, that's literally my plan, is that I was going to sit down and like dive back into it, because it's
amazing.
Really good.
Yeah, it is. She's a fantastic writer. She breaks the English language in ways that I didn't realize were possible.
Yes, I love her
you'll really
use
get
of
to
language.
It in books 2 and 3. There's, I won't spoil any of the characters or plot points, but there's there are some scenes where she narrates from multiple perspectives simultaneously in a way that I didn't know was possible.
Yeah, her use of language in those books. Immediately, I was so drawn in by the way she just refused spoon feed you answers.
Yeah.
I was like,
Mhm.
yes, this is what I want. I
Yeah.
want someone to like drop me in the middle of something and make me figure it out. It was so good.
Mhm.
We can stop talking about it. I know you guys haven't read it. It's so good though.
Yeah.
Highly recommended for those who are into that kind of thing. Yeah. Well, I'll let you know what I think after that.
Yeah, please
After
do.
I finish them.
My wife's almost done with the first book on her first read through, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a good time.
It is a good time. It was Lights, our friend Lights, who
Yes.
was talking about the
Yeah.
Mistborn.
Mistborn, yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little... The Crystalborn stuff, I'm still confused about all of that also. Like, how... All this lore we got about Christopher last episode, about,
Mhm.
like, how involved he was in the church and how he got wrapped up. Like, his mom didn't seem to understand the Crystalborn stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, it must have been his dad. And then, you know, Evangeline's mom being part Crystalborn, and apparently like, there's so many pieces of Crystalborn stuff, and I have nothing to grasp onto from Adalia's backstory. Like, I don't know anything,
Yeah.
even out of character. So, and we haven't met anymore.
That we
I
know
think
of.
she's lying.
You think Christopher's mom is lying?
Yes. I think she's
100%.
Crystalborn, and the reason why I think so is that she in the theocracy
Mm-hmm.
would need to hide because her existence is antithetical to the master.
True.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh yeah, that's such a
Because-
good point, because if you're Crystalborn and you deny the crystals, that you're literally walking proof.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so the gods who are attached to the crystals are, you know, like elsewhere.
Hiding her. Or
And
not.
so I think
yeah.
she's a fucking liar.
You think
I
she's
think
a
she's
liar? Well, we're
Crystalborn.
gonna go hang out with her, so maybe we'll learn more.
And I don't think it's Christopher's dad, because the first instance that we see of a Crystalborn dying, they
Yeah.
Right.
they poof.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but Christopher didn't.
But Christopher didn't.
Christopher was only part Crystalborn, though, theoretically.
Yeah.
In theory. As was Evangeline, but
Right, but
She also
that's the
poofed.
point, that if the father was full Crystalborn, he would have.
he would
He
have
would have
poofed.
poofed.
I mean,
Well, right,
Christopher, when Christopher died, being
Evangeline
half
didn't poof
Crystalborn,
because-
showed.
Evangeline poofed because she got disintegrated.
Right. Yeah.
So, but I'm saying a part of me was like, oh man, I wish that she hadn't gone that way so we could like see how she would have died under other circumstances. But you know, if we're wishing for stuff, kind of wish she hadn't gotten disintegrated. So.
Because the Crystalborn drug dealer that we killed poofed, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. That's how you got all the meth.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fantasy meth.
Fantasy meth.
Fantasy meth. But other than her, I forget what her name was.
I have it written down somewhere.
Not
It's
Yeah.
a fancy
important.
name.
Not important. The Crystalborn drug dealer. Other than the Crystalborn drug dealer, Crystalborn seemed so tied into all of this stuff. They were so important to Zeus's arc, and now we're dealing with Christopher and his mom and like something like that. But we haven't met a single other one except for Adalia. So I
That
kind of
we
want
know
to
of.
meet
Yeah.
that
That
we
we
know
know
of.
Yeah.
So
Secretly,
true.
Cody is a
I mean,
Crystalborn.
Adalia only really knows where she was from, right?
Mhm.
So it could just be in the rest of the world. Crystalborn always put on their stolen face,
Yeah.
and that's the norm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So she could be the odd one out, just
I could be the weird one.
walking
Maybe
around.
Adalia needs to steal a new face though, because they already know about the one she's got. So she's gotta get in another fight soon. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Farrah can
Steal
also
Brahm's
steal
face.
faces, but like has
Be
to
Brahm.
kill. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean that's like something that I was like
Ooh.
contemplating, is
Steal Brown's face.
stealing Brahm's face.
Yeah.
Fun date night
Oh,
for Ferric and
Oh
Adalia just
my
go steal
God.
some
I mean,
faces.
that's sort of a monstrous but sort of romantic idea. Time for new faces, darling. And we like go out into the night and come back. No,
Terrifying.
Adalia also has to kill, like, she has to kill someone to take their face, but she can kill someone with the ability. Like, she doesn't have to, like, slash, like, if she could get someone incapacitated, like, tied up or something like that, she could just take a minute and kill them by sucking out their crystalline essence.
So
Cloud
hold
Fang.
person it is for me, right?
What'd you say?
So hold person it is for me.
Yeah,
right?
whole person.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's a 1-2 punch, baby.
Yep.
We got a
Yeah.
whole situation now.
Cloudfang was
Just-
the Crystalborn, and Exalvador was her partner.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
wanted to say Cloud. I did not remember the Fang part.
And you know, Ferric never talked to what did you say
Waterfall.
the guy's name?
Exalvador?
Wasn't Waterfall yet?
Exalvador never talked to his children
Yeah.
while we were in
Oh yeah.
Nope, I still have that on my unfinished side quest list.
yeah.
Mhm.
And yeah, never like reconnected with Waterfall, which I've been waiting for the appropriate time for like Ferric to mourn what they perceive as the death of Waterfall. Because they asked Waterfall to go break into some place and do something, and they just like never made
showed up.
contact again. So I'm
Mhm.
like waiting for the appropriate time to be like, you know, like I would do this, but
Mhm.
such and such happened. But Ferric still has criminal contact as one of their feats, so I gotta have a friend. I gotta get a friend somewhere
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
who will help me out here.
Cody has made an excellent point, Austin. If Ferric steals Braun's face, does he have to use Braun's voice?
Oh my God.
Oh yes, of course he would have to, right? He would have to walk around and be Brahm.
Terrible.
I could do this all day.
Nope. Adalia forbids it. We're gonna have to find another face. It's just not gonna work for
We
her.
both turn into Brahm and then like make out like Brahm
Make
on
out!
Brahm.
I leave
Brahm
the
on
It's what Brahm
Brahm.
would have
Uh,
wanted.
It is what Brahm
Braun
would have wanted. Oh, I take Does polymorph let you look like someone? We'll have to wait until I get 5th level spells, because then I can do seeming, and then we could all just be Brahm and make out
Yeah.
with each other.
I
I
don't
think
like
I
that.
thought
I
polymorph
don't
was just animal forms.
Yeah, I think you're right. I got excited for a second, but then I remembered about seeming. So, never mind. We'll just have to wait a couple more levels until I
Well,
can
alter
get my
self,
hands on
you can
Party
use
of
that, right?
Brahms.
You could polymorph somebody into Brahm's hat.
True. Sure could. Yeah, I think alter self would work actually.
Mhm.
So you can suck off Brahm's face, and I can alter self because I'm a prepared spellcaster. I can grab that. That's only 2nd level. Psh,
Yeah.
can honor his last wish that way. Yeah, I'm excited about my 4th level spells. I gotta read through them all.
Yeah, 4th level spells, like there's a noticeable increase in power from 3rd level spells, but there's also, I think 4th level has the fewest number of spells out of D&D.
Yeah, it's an awkward spell.
Yeah.
I got some good ones though. Locate creature could be very useful considering we seem to just be
Oh yeah.
hunting everyone down all the time.
Yeah.
I'm coming for you, Rock of Bristol.
What's the range
God.
on locate creature? Is it the
1,000
same
feet.
as locate object?
Yeah.
I was
Mhm.
wondering because like I was thinking whenever a DM mentions a very specific piece of clothing that somebody is wearing,
Mhm.
I'm like, ooh, locate object. could be
Okay,
very
object.
And
Yeah.
so when Cody was like, "Oh yeah, he wears like a crazy fucking hat,"
Yeah,
I'm just like, "Oh, we're gonna track that.
we're gonna
guy
track that
down."
guy down. But yeah, locate creature.
Crooked
I feel like
forward.
we could like 1-2 punch scry and locate creature and like narrow ourselves in on somebody.
sure.
Triangulate.
Triangulate their location. Yeah. But we gotta hunt down the Rock of Bristol. I still don't understand what's going on there.
Mhm.
I do love that he's like a pit fighter, though. I was expecting it to be like a religious site or something, and no, he's an MMA fighter. Love that for us. Cool. Well, anything else we want to talk about? If not, I am going to subject Nathan to Smash or Pass.
I mean, I think that's a great follow-up to Brahm Orgy.
Yes.
All
So
right.
Brahm Orgy as his last wish. And then we'll move right on to Smash or Pass. So, for those who weren't listening last time, when we last did Power Word Chill, we did in-character Smash or Pass with major NPCs. Unfortunately, Nathan, well, not unfortunately, he was on an amazing vacation. So, congratulations to you on that. But since Nathan was not here, we unfortunately did not get to hear what Miraz and Atreides would think about all of these Smash or Passes. So, Nathan,
Okay.
are you ready?
Yeah, as I'll ever be.
I'm
Ready to
excited.
go?
Excited for the Miraz answers.
Yes. All right.
Oh my
First
gosh.
up, Nora. Smash or Pass? Nora the bartender.
Yeah. Miraz is a pass, and
Mhm.
Atreides is probably a smash.
I was gonna say, I feel like Nora would be up Atreides' I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Atreides' type, but that was my instinct.
We're all going to learn together.
We're all gonna learn together. Zanzibar, possibly a minor god.
Hard
Oh my
pass from
God.
Atreides.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a pass from Miraz too. He's creepy. He's weird. It's too out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Adalia was the only one who was like, yes, smash Zanzibar. I feel like.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
What was her reason?
Because he seems so interesting. Like, Adalia doesn't have a lot of use for, like, especially with magic being the way it is, like, the physical appearance of a person or, like, whatever, that's so secondary to the way that people are just... It takes so much to be unique in a world where you can look like anyone or,
Yeah,
like,
sure.
enhance your ability to do whatever. So, like, to find a unique being in the world, hell yeah. Gotta smash. You gotta find out. Gotta find out what's going on, you
Yeah.
know?
Oh my god.
Miraz has largely the same mentality, but that's just a bridge too far with Zanzibar.
Oh no. Like, he's high on Adalia's smash list. I mean, if we were doing a smash list in character. The humanoid version of Strudel, very important.
Very important that it's human.
Yeah.
Very important distinction.
Right. Atreides pass. He's more reserved usually, but absolutely Miraz would smash that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
for
guessed
sure.
that. I think
100%.
we were like,
Yeah.
absolutely smash.
Yeah.
Marcus, and then the idea of Marcus's wife, since we never actually met her,
Right.
that was thrown in
Smash.
by
Now,
Ambrose needed
is-
to...
Is
Let
this
us know he
a
would smash.
throuple situation or the two of them individually?
We talked about the throuple situation, but it was the original question was individually smash Marcus. Then it became individually smash Marcus's wife, and then it became we bet Marcus and Marcus's wife and Vilvanus got up to some stuff
Oh yeah.
in their
Right.
adventure days. So,
Right.
like, whatever formation you want to go with that.
Yeah, I think
Go.
Atreides is a pass on Marcus, a pass on the idea of Marcus's wife, and a pass on the throuple. I think that Miraz is a smash on Marcus, a smash on the idea of Miraz's wife, or Marcus's wife, and a smash on the throuple.
Nice.
Yep.
Excellent. Perfect. I could have predicted that.
Yeah.
Miss Scarlet. The lady.
Miraz would smash in an instant.
Miss Scarlet is our, I think, only universal smash.
Yeah.
Everyone would have smashed
Yeah,
Miss
right. Hey, I don't know about Atreides. I think he might pass.
Wow.
I don't know if he could be in the party then.
Yeah, I think that might be like our
That's
litmus
allowed.
test.
Right.
Would you smash Miss Scarlet?
We have one rule. And the rule is you gotta like witches, not witches. All right?
Not
And that's-
witches.
Right. I mean, well, a big thing, like, I think that Atreides is not as interested in people that are significantly younger than him. Like I think that regardless
Maturity
of
thing?
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I know young
You don't know
people-
how old Miss Scarlet was. She's a vampire, dude. Or something like that.
Okay, that's
The
fair.
rules have changed.
That's fair. Yeah, that might change Atreus' answer then. Like if it's if it's
A possible smash?
eternal,
It depends on the
possible, yeah.
philosophical.
Right, possible smash.
And
Also the philosophical implications of like undead and whether or not that's weird.
Well, that's going to complicate the next one then. Zeus.
Oh yeah.
Not pre ooze monster version.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the trajectory continues. Atreus passes, Miraz does not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have seen that coming. Vilvanus. Come on. Gotta smash Vilvanus.
Yeah. I think that's a yes from both. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Vilvanus of this list, I think, was at the top. Maybe no, not Jonathan Bastille. That was he's on the list. So hang in for that one.
Oh yeah.
Next up, Isaac Bussant.
That's no from both of them, especially from Miraz.
Are you kidding me? You want
That's shocking.
Screw my dad? Are you? What is this?
That's the reason. Miraz is too.
Oh,
you know,
actually, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like if he was in love with Ambrose,
otherwise Miraz might.
it'd be
but
weird
not-
to smash his
right,
dad.
Exactly.
I'm offended.
It's the classic model.
Yeah, it
Right.
is. Like that's the OG model.
You know what you're getting
get it.
into, you know?
I get
Right,
it
right.
though. Like
No, I'm kidding.
Miraz
I totally
was in love.
understand.
Cornelius Abernathy.
No. Neither.
No,
Hell no.
no.
You're
Hell
like
no.
that Shotha Twain.
he might be our
Um,
only universal no.
I think Cornelius Abernathy was our only universal no.
hmm
I'm putting that in my notes. I don't know why this matters. Jonathan Bastille.
Oh, well, obviously from Miraz.
Smash all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not from Atreus, the age thing.
Fair. Well, here's an interesting age question then. Kelvin.
I mean, the age matches, but the personality doesn't. I think that's a pass from both.
I find it fascinating that our pickiest Smasher Masters are Ambrose and Atreus. Like, that is just such an interesting...
I only had like two smashes.
Yeah,
And that's
we get it.
Yeah.
Ambrose is boringly, incredibly straight. We got it. We're on it. Let's
This
see.
is character.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I think
I don't know what to tell you.
I think Atreus is also straight. I'm just like making him a little bit less so for the purposes of like speculation.
Of course.
Sure.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, of course there is.
Speculation's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
Rock of Bristol.
I don't know his age. I'm gonna go with both smash.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
I mean, I imagine him just being Dwayne Johnson. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think both Atreus and Miraz. Like that's the perfect
Would
Venn
be
diagram
interesting.
overlap if they're like.
Yeah.
interests.
He's just an oiled up, sexless god of a man.
Mhm. And we love
Eyebrow
that.
raised at all times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like
We're
Cody's little avatar.
The dagger.
Ooh.
Miraz would have smashed the dagger all
Yeah,
day,
Miraz
right?
would have smashed the dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Atreus would.
Mhm.
Atreus would probably adopt the dagger.
Okay. And then Scamandius.
Neither.
Yeah. Actually, I think Scamandius was also a universal pass from everybody, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you listened to the last one, Nathan, but Cody went into some significant detail about like the amount of body hair Scamandius has,
Oh yeah.
which is a
Yeah.
very weird thing
Yeah.
to know off the top of your head about a guy that we met on the side of the road.
So 2 thoughts on that. One, that's a harder no from Miraz. Because Miraz would have been like wavering, but not his type.
Yeah.
2, do we think he's a werewolf then? Or is something else going on there?
Well,
For Cody to just have that?
From what we understand, Cody would cast Jason Statham as Scamandius.
Mhm.
So
Oh.
ruggedly handsome,
Utterly
pointedly
hairless.
bald. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
like
just
hairless.
bald, which is what he said in the episode, but in Power Word Chill, he was like hairless. Like his
Hairless.
body does not grow
Completely.
hair.
Just
Yeah.
Oh.
and I think it's also like he's waxed, right? Like he's waxed.
No.
elbow down.
That is
Wait.
not what Cody said. He said he doesn't grow body hair.
Okay,
Oh.
I
Which
heard the
again-
opposite. I thought you said he had a lot of body hair, which led to my
No.
Okay.
No.
Hmm.
He is
Miraz is tipping the other way.
incredibly hairless
Yeah.
and like naturally so. It's not like a grooming thing.
Right,
It's
okay.
like that's how he is. So again, Cody had given this. He had just the answers were right on the tip of his tongue. Like he knew
Yeah,
immediately.
so
He's
not a
like, yeah, no
werewolf, but
hair.
Maybe something else.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I mean,
Mor-
what if
Moraz is
he
back
w-
to Smash. Smash the
Hairless Jason Statham is Miraz's type. Got
Yeah.
it.
I mean, we also can't rule out the fact that he could be a werewolf, just also a hairless werewolf.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Even more terrifying.
Oh
Yeah,
God!
Like,
Like
a smooth
a
baby
hairless
skin.
werebear.
No.
Have you seen shaved
Werewolf.
bears?
yes,
Yes,
I've
Shaved
seen
bear-
those.
like
Scary.
bears with mange, like
Yeah.
a werewolf with mange.
Right.
That's just like, yeah, that's upsetting.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I hope he's not that, because
Yeah.
I'm upset. Just thinking about it.
He wasn't, but he probably is now.
Probably is now. I mean,
I think it says more about me than anything that when we play Smasher Pass with the NPCs, I'm
Mhm.
just imagining everyone oiled up.
all of them. They're
All of
all
them?
like Rock of
Cornelius
Bristol's
What?
up.
Abernathy.
Mhm.
Everybody's just very shiny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Fascinating. That is not how they work.
You gotta put them on
in
an
my-
equal playing
Yeah.
field, so makes sense.
Yeah. They've got to have like a uniform texture
Yeah.
for you to like imagine them in this context.
So
Oh, God.
in this contest, are they all in like an Ordamalian toga, heavily oiled? Is that the costume?
I think they're in their like appropriate, like they think they're hot outfit.
Oh,
Mm.
You
they're
know?
in their version of the little black dress,
Yes.
and they're shiny.
Yes.
Hmm.
So for
Okay.
some people like Calvin, I imagine it's just like a bow tie around the balls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
for someone like the Rock of Bristol, I imagine it's like lots of gold jewelry and the big
Sure.
toga and
Yeah.
everything.
Cornelius
I'm picturing-
is like a pressed shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cornelius just like in a three-piece
Oh, my
double-breasted
God.
suit.
I think we saw it. in
Scamandius as the werewolf that we all know that they are.
Ugh, gross.
Yep.
No, I don't want to think about it. I'm very upset about mange, hairless werewolves,
Oh,
Commandius.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm imagining Vilvanus in like a robe that's like deep V, like a very deep V. That's how I'm picturing his outfit.
Like a mithril robe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Like a loose chain link mithril.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, on that
Artists,
image,
you know what to do.
you know what to do. All right. I think that's gonna be a wrap from
Yeah.
this Power Word Chill / Level Up. This is great, Cody. We missed you.
Yeah, Cody, wish you could have been here, but we're excited to be back in the action 2 weeks from now. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And for those of you that are listening in podcast form, just remember you can watch us live 7 p.m. EST bi-weekly on Sundays. So the next one is going to be sometime in September. Let me see.
10th?
Yeah, thank you. 10th.
You're welcome.
And let's see what else. This is a homebrew live stream. Our dice sponsor is FanRoll Dice. You can go over to fanrolldice.com to get dice and dice accessories. Use the coupon code homebrew for 10% off everything there. And also, if you're listening to us on podcast form, there will be a week of no episode because this is a shorter episode instead of like our normal length thing. So don't freak out, you didn't miss anything. That'll just be a slight delay before you hear the next episode. In the meantime, join us on Discord. Follow us on any of our social media. Discord is the best place to regularly get in contact with us. So that's discord.gg/the Homebrew Podcast. And as always, you are loved, you're important, and you matter. So we will see you in a couple weeks. Bye, everyone.
Buddy.
See ya.